Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing well. I am doing okay today, not too bad. I was a little surprised, though, hearing this morning that they're calling this um, National Hate Day. That's some strange wording, isn't it? And it's like being sponsored and pushed by the biggest haters out there. Why don't they call it National Non Hate Day? Wouldn't that be a more accurate description if they don't want people to hate each other? I don't know. That's my thoughts on that. But I was surprised. I didn't even know there was any such thing. Gee, I guess I'm not supposed to hate today if I did, you know? so, um, there might be a little bit of noise from my pump. I'm not sure, or interruptions, but we'll just work through it. And if I do get cut off, I will be back tomorrow. I am thinking about doing a live stream. I'm not sure. I might. You never know. Um, I'm just gonna. Well, tonight I'm gonna make a meatloaf after a while here, so I wanna cut up a bunch of stuff to put in there too. So I make it a little different. I make it like the southern lady, my friend Evelyn, taught me. She puts potatoes and peppers in it, and it's really good like that. So, like when you cut it up for sandwiches the next day, if you do that and you put lettuce on it and mayo, it's all so good together. I freaked out when she made it for me, but she was an angel. I'm sure she's gone now. We lost touch, but she was elderly when I met her. So her and her husband was a ex-police officer, and they were walking their dogs up on the mountain and saw that I was homeless with my children with no tent or anything, and she helped me out. So, um, yeah, that's a good memory. So anyway, I make her meatloaf recipe. Um, Really, I haven't made it any different for probably close to 38, 40 years, somewhere around there. About 4 decades I've been making her recipe because it really is good. She made a regular one and made that one. Actually, she made like 3 different meatloafs when she had us over for dinner one time. So we had gone to church with her and her husband, and then back to her house for a nice dinner, and it was amazing. So, and she was amazing. The only thing she asked of me with that tent is that I would give it to somebody else when I was done, which I did do. I found a woman with some children. She had a husband there with her, though. Mine was like missing in action quite a bit in the most neediest times. Well, nothing new, but I'm lucky now. I do have a few friends out here that are more reliable just as friends than anybody I've ever met in my life. So it's like I can count on them for a jolt of realism and not even having to do what they say they're going to do, but having oh, the wherewithal just to do what they feel is needed in this world. And that's kind of what I'm all about today, because sure, there's hate in this world, but not like they're painting it, you know? I don't hate anybody. However, the dark cabal that's behind these psychological operations, that's not just one person or one ethnic group. That's a group of people that are guided by the dark force. and they are not any ethnic group at all. So anyway, so it's pretty sad. I'm serious. I've told you all this before, and some of you are old enough to remember, or maybe you don't. But back in the 70s, we didn't have these problems with race and genders and not like that. Not even flipping close. This world has gotten just crazy. You know, do I think everybody should go back in their closet? Well, it'd be nice, honestly. I don't have hatred, but it was a lot better for me when I didn't know. But then on the other hand, if I would have known that who I had gotten involved with was hiding their feelings of even sleeping with the same sex or something, because he would have slept with anybody. Um, if I had known that, that would have made it easier for me. And that brings to mind, did you know that there's actually an application that is tracking your sexual preference for the government? Yes, they are. They're finding out who's happy and who's not, and why you are or why you're not. And that's a fact. That's, I told you this was going to happen anyway. I mean, I was trying to tell you 1,400 videos ago, who was targeted and why. Not just people of color, but they want you to fly your freak flag. Yeah, they do. Not only do you help eliminate more people on this world that they don't want, but you're making it easier for them to control the next generation with the acceptance of all of it. It's a fact. They're hurting the kids. That's always what they're after. They don't care about you or I no more. If you're like 30 years old, they could care less unless you have some kind of influence on this planet. But typically, they could care less. That's not a young person to them. They want to get their hands on the little kids and what they can twist in their minds to make their adult lives more difficult for them. They don't want you to succeed, and they never want this next generation to be able to buy land or a home or have a family or the typical things that the average person would want. You know, that's on average. Some people want a house, but they don't want a family. That's understandable. Oh God, do I understand that one? Whew. But anyway, you're looking at somebody was never going to have children until I was persuaded differently. Yeah, I thought it was love. Oh, anyway, I thought that I wanted somebody that was a little boy like my ex. Dumb, dummy. Anyway, I'm sure Satan's happy. Actually, no. He knows that he doesn't win anyway, so you know. But what do you think about that? The wording of it, the terminology, National Hate Day. Okay, well, there's a novel idea. I didn't think of it, but since you mentioned it, let me see. Who do I hate? Um, People that would make psychological operations against other people to make them hate. Yeah, instill fear in them. That's how they're doing it. They have like And I've seen videos on YouTube with children fighting, if whether it be like doesn't matter the skin color, but I've seen little children fighting and they're pointing out maybe the environment they're living in, but they're not pointing out why these kids are acting like that or what put them in this position. They're just picking on these little children and saying, see, this is what's going on in society. These are the future people that are being raised to lead the country in the next few generations. Well, if fighting was any determination of that, um, I know a few people that were bullies that aren't bullies anymore. I had been, but I justified it by bullying the ones that were hurting other people, when I was a kid. That got old. Sorta. Still to this day, though, if I see somebody unjustly being hurt or brutalized, I'm probably going to say something and I would appear to be a bully. So I guess I wasn't ever really a bully, not like that. So, yeah, somebody had to actually do something and it had to be pretty severe before I would do anything. So, yeah, like a boy hurting me or something like that. And then if I struck back, I would be kind of like or defending my friend with one arm. And some of you have heard that story, but yeah, I'd have to have a pretty good reason. Even still to this day, I would need a pretty good reason. And I wouldn't justify it, but I would act to protect other human beings. That's a fact. So I saw a meme today, and Doug's got a bobtail cat named Bob. Actually, his name is Robert Staub, named after one of his teachers, but it said not all bobcats are named Bob. I thought it was funny. I didn't share it, but you know, yeah. I am a little disappointed in well, I don't know if it's a call for an uprising is his name now or whatever, but he's got one channel so we can keep in touch with him in case all his communication is gone over here. And the thing is, he's talking like a woman and he's always like gay bashing. So I don't even go on to his videos. I listened one time and it was like, okay, this is repulsive, you know. So, and then one other time he was playing a game and it's like, well, this is entirely a waste of my time. Yeah, maybe have a link, but why be actively stupid on it when this person started out pointing out stuff like child abuse and uh, uh, as far as oh, what am I trying to say? Like child sexual abuse and that type of thing, and actually stopped some organizations from transporting children and stuff. Went from that to um, demoralizing himself just to keep a YouTube channel. I don't know. I don't like it. It's just like to I went and listened to, and I can see the point of this one channel called Gene Revel coming against who he calls JJ, which is Jonathan Kleck, and what Jonathan Kleck has been teaching in some ways, um, pointing out actually not what things are, but what the Satanists want them to be. And as far as searching a person's heart and saying definitively if one is better than the other. I'm not so sure about that. All I had in my news feed or on my YouTube subscriptions was short videos bashing this person. It's like, well, dude, why don't you just make a whole big video? Sit down and edit the whole thing for like a few minutes instead of wasting everybody's time with what we already know. You know, it's like, well, you know, if they were going to actually be able to stop somebody from spreading any kind of disinformation, that would be one thing. But it's not really the only thing. It's like preaching to the choir. You're already telling people that already know what the psychological operations are. So, and yeah, I think my pump's gonna come on in a minute. I'll just talk a little louder if it does. But so yeah, I was disappointed. I went over there actually because I had seen it on a Robin's Hood video, and he had Jonathan Kleck. He'd put his head on different bodies like Shania Twain and stuff like that, and it was comical, but I don't know, just guess not that comical that I don't want to watch that every day. It wasn't to my liking, you know. One time, yeah, but every day, all day long. I mean, really, like 3, 4 people they like these short videos, and that brings me back to like Lion No Nation has a saying that people have the attention span of a gnat. That would fall in line with that mode of thinking right there, because when I click on a video, I kind of expect a little bit of substance. It's easy to make a short clip of somebody and put them down if you think you're going to make money off of that, or whatever a person's ulterior motive is, or if they're just doing it to entertain themselves. I don't know, but he seems to have a group of people that have come against a friend of mine, so it probably isn't the environment that I want to be in. But I did check it out just because I saw it on Robin's channel. Otherwise, I subbed for a day, and then yesterday I was inundated with JJ this, JJ that, and I'm like, dude, wow, get a grip, you know? Make a 10-minute video, put some substance in there, you know? But yelling about this person is actually really rather narcissistic when you're supposedly talking to your subscribers and your friends. I mean, you all know me by now that I'll get upset and I'll just kind of swear. I mean, it takes a lot, you know. Every few months or so, I've had enough. I can't take anymore, and then I'll act out. And I try not to, even when I'm talking. It's like, well, you know, well, that wasn't very nice, and I do recognize it, and I apologize. Say, not you. I'm not talking to you. You know, that I love you, or I apologize, or something. At least I'm in recognition of when I'm doing that, is what I'm saying, you know. But for somebody to want to make a living, I do have a couple right here. I am doing a video, but you want to wait around a second? No, it's all right.
Shut up.
Yeah, okay. Do you want to stick around a couple seconds? I'll roll a couple more for you. So,
what do you do on this kind of time of day?
yeah, I'm just talking to him about old videos that have a tendency to point out other people, but I mean, if there's really no substance to it, they're really kind of just talking and yelling at each other.
That's
You know
what
what
we're
I
gonna
mean?
have to.
I subbed out this one guy and it was so repulsive. I mean, I don't like the person he was talking about, but even it got sickening listening to the bashing of it all, you know?
That's where I get on. I scroll or
Yeah.
change it because it just.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind if it was like a 10-minute video, but these are these little shorts people put out.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it was like 4 or 5 shorts on the same person.
understand. Or
All
2 or 3 minute.
Yeah, not even that.
Yeah,
Or but and like all day long, like 4 of them yesterday and 4 of them today, and then
it is like a psyop.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
Oh, do you know what
To
today is?
make people so negative. Or
You
just,
know what? You know what Dark Cabal's got out today? It's called National Hate Day. Did you know that? So if you want to hate me, today's the day.
that I no, I didn't hear about it, but I know that's exactly what they fucking want. That's their agenda.
Yeah.
They want the blacks to hate the blacks and the yellows to hate the purples
And we're supposed to hate the Jewish people, even
And
though
whites
we
are
have them
minority.
in our family.
Oh
And
yeah, it's just bullshit.
Doesn't matter who we're all related to.
Oh,
It's
no.
hate everybody.
You see,
you
if
know?
if they can that's enough. If they can drain your energy, they're winning
Yeah, so they think.
because
When I get tired, I dream.
they're on one deal. The real people are saying, what they really want is the gold from you is the plasma inside your blood,
Oh yeah,
which is your soul.
yeah. So they
Did,
think.
did you look at the sky when you get above the clouds?
No, not yet.
Well, if you get, it's pretty long,
Okay.
10,
All
15
right.
minutes.
I'm gonna get back to my topic here. No
But
offense.
that'll prick. Well, it can prick. You a
Yeah,
little bit
because my audience here, my subscriber friends,
Yeah.
have no clue what you're talking about.
okay.
So, all right,
You'll like it because
all right.
when you get above so far up, the clouds are below you.
Excuse me.
I mean, it's called.
So, anyway, yep. So back to the facts of what I was talking about as far as listening to somebody go on and on. I wouldn't even mind a whole big video of making a point and pointing out like what is or isn't in a scripture. If you're gonna bash somebody, take some time and have a little dignity about yourself while you're doing it. That's my outlook on that. So when I feel bad for my foe, that's that kind of says it all, doesn't it? And even though, you know, like I say, if you're going to take time to point out that somebody's teaching people wrong, yeah, 1 or 2 funny videos like that might be something, but all day long is just ludicrous. There's other things for people to be looking at in this world to help other people and to talk about, and pointing out one individual and what they're teaching wrong. You could go on the internet anywhere and find these false teachers of scripture. They're all over the place. This is just one in particular. Yeah, what he's teaching is what the serpent minded race wants everybody to believe in, what they want for their future, as far as everybody being dehumanized, transhumanized, non-gender, non-this, non-that, no religion, no thoughts of your own unless you're thinking like they want you to think. So that's their goal. But destroying the traditional family is what it's all about. That's the bottom line. So I don't care who's spreading that disinformation. They're all my enemies when it comes to that. And if you fall in that category, then so are you. maybe you're watching me because you do have some kind of hatred. I have no clue. That's on you. Because that's not how I feel. I just feel like it's just going to take you longer to feel peaceful than what is necessary. You know. So, and maybe I don't have any haters. Maybe anybody that did isn't here anymore. I don't know. So yeah. So yeah, it's sad. Um, and yeah, I've come against people. I've got a video for Jonathan Kleck asking him to tell the truth and um, actually praying for him out loud. Not like Dear Heavenly Father, that type of thing, but actually appealing to his better senses because I cared about him. You know, that's my approach. Typically, unless they've crossed the line, then I might sound a little more radical, you know, with my approach. If I get there, they deserve it. That's a fact. So, but no, I'm not really fond of him. I mean, kind of in a way. There's some of his attributes that I like. I like his blue eyes. Uh, Maybe that's kind of about it. No, I like his, like when he goes, woo, but not necessarily when he smacks his hands together. You know, few things about his personality that I can deal with, you know. So, yeah, I like people's eyes, but really, honestly, my favorite color eye is green. Um, that really is because my adopted mom had green eyes, and I thought she was a beautiful lady when I was young. I did change my mind later, but I still like green eyes. It goes back to one of the coolest commercials was this girl. I don't know if they were contacts or maybe not, but she had like almost like fluorescent green eyes and dark hair. Looked really cool. I mean, super, super. I don't even have that green around me. I don't know. It's it tripped me out. Yeah, not green like on there, you know, but even brighter, you know. Might have been contacts. But then I do have a niece that's got gold eyes. On her driver's license, they're categorized as Hazel because I'm sure they didn't quite know what category to put her in, but they are gold. You know, it's like a actress that is dead now, Elizabeth Taylor. Her eyes were violet, actually purple eyes. That'd be cool, you know. But did you know that there's an eye chart and you can look it up online and it will tell you because of the color of your eye actually what deficiencies you might have in your genetics, like actual lacking in vitamins or those types of things because of your eye color. And if you have, it's like I have a sort of a steel blue ring around my eyes and gold flecks. And from what I understand, that chart says, like with the gold flecks, I might be low on sulfa in my system, or things like that. This chart actually points out what your eyes say about you. And I've always said the lack of pigment really indicates the Nephilim bloodline. You know, it's a fact. the facts aren't coming out like they should actually, but they will. You know, things aren't as they seem, and a lot of people, um, I'm gonna end this up pretty quick, but a lot of people are under the impression that this is all an illusion. Well, I think it's just quite a bit more than that, but that's my personal feeling. Um, I think what God has made material for us, Satan plays in it, and he's the joker and the illusionist. So I think that's the biggest illusion is how, and I wonder how many people really have pure hearts. Could you say right now today that you're square with your creator if he said, I'm coming to get you, are you ready? Are you ready? Do you actually have love in your heart for people? Or are you just saying that? That's a big point. So much for National Hate Day. How about National Love Day? National Hate Day, just the wording, it's the wording, people. This has got to stop. This nonsense, this whole world. And to find one true friend, have any of you actually met another human being that would never hurt you no matter what? I haven't. Not in person. And wonder why I want to leave. Yeah. Would I want to stay if it was different? To help other people, but then when I was done, I'd want to still go. Yeah, I've had enough. I've done my due diligence. So, all right, everybody, I love you so much. Even if we don't understand each other, all I can do is hope for your understanding in those ways. So, all right, everybody. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.